Our school has implemented distance learning through 2 periods, synchronous and asynchronous time. So for my batch at least, synchronous period is in the morning. It's when we're with our teachers in a Zoom call and then they're giving their lectures and then we can give our inputs, but most people usually don't. Basically, it's the most face-to-face time that we can get. And then asynchronous time is during the afternoon. That's when we work on our requirements or catch up on things that we weren't able to finish during the synchronous time.
So we have two different types of distance learning. We have online and we have modular. So online learning is for the students who can afford or who have the luxury of having internet connection in their house, and for those who does not have a parent to get the modules for, because majority of the students are not even from city. So majority of us are in online learning, but for those who live nearby, I think they are on modular. So modular is the school will give them weekly modules and the parents will get that modules from school or from the barangay. In modular learning, we have to, the teachers will give or printed modules every week, and then after another 1 week, they will return it to the school. So most of it are like handwritten outputs.
Nagbigay po sila ng dalawang options. Yung isa po ay modular, then yung isa din po ay online. Hindi po masyadong madami kasi po yung iba po kasi wala pong pera na pambayad para lang po sa mga connection or internet na kailangan nila. Yes po, para po makapagtipid sila, para po magkaroon po sila ng pagkain sa araw-araw.
Our school currently is doing online distance learning. Then every day we have synchronous classes.
Hanggang naging maayos naman yung application nila ng distance learning. Meron kaming asynchronous ganyan and synchronous class.
My parents are very considerate and they're very supportive, and I have the luxury of having my own room. I know that's not much of a big luxury, but when you're in a province, you're usually there's usually 2 people in one room, right? So I have my own room, and we have a stable internet connection, and I have a laptop and an iPad to do my homeworks. So I think I'm very lucky.
Mas maaga po akong nagigising palagi, hindi po kagaya dati. Kasi po mas madali din po matutunan ang laptop.
I study in parang medyo my own room. My sister's across the room lang, but she doesn't say much. So it's mostly quiet. And parang that helps you focus. That eliminates another possible distraction. Now I'm left with distraction, yung fidgeting with things on my table, going to IG, social media. It helps because it eliminates a distraction.
My setup right now is that I'm just in my room and that's where I spend most of my time. Yeah, this is where I do synchronous and asynchronous. So I'm basically in my room 24/7. It's kind of sad. I haven't really experienced Wi-Fi problems, but one problem I have with my computer is that it's always hanging and crashing. So I actually have 2 computers, but they both hang and crash. So that's been a problem for me. But when I get it to work, it isn't as much of a problem.
When I've had Wi-Fi problems, personally, I tend to collapse because there's a lot of things that I can't do without Wi-Fi. And I have to be honest, personally, when it comes to Wi-Fi, it's either it goes back to in a few minutes and I'm fine, or B, I completely collapse and we're probably going to have to adjust for a few times. Once it goes back, I'm probably feeling like the happiest person ever.
Yes, actually, during the first semester, I have a laboratory shift 9 a.m. but I have a class at 7 that's supposed to end at 8:30. But our teacher experienced a technical difficulty, like she was not able to enter the classroom up until 8:30, so she has to extend the class to 9:30. But again, I have other schedule and I was really torn where to go. Like, do I stick with the class because it's a pretty big thing? So basically at that time, I was forced to choose whether I have to stick to the class or whether I should just do my laboratory shift. But I'm a student, and being a student comes first. So despite having a like hard time deciding, I choose to stick with the class, and that happened not just to me, but a lot of my classmates who are working students, like those who are working, who have shifts in fast food restaurants, where they were not able to either attend the class or attend work just because of technical difficulties. Globe and PLDT is always under maintenance in our place. So it's either the whole class will not have asynchronous classes because like the whole city doesn't have internet connection, or like a specific part of a city. For example, if it's our whole class will be suspended. But sometimes it's just me who is not gonna be able to attend the class.
Yes. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi talaga. If wala kang, di ka makakonect, di ka makapasok, di ka makagawa ng assignment, you're gonna get like left behind.
Have you ever missed lectures or parts of lectures because of it?
Yes.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, palagi na lang disconnect kunwari during class. Minsan din yung teacher na mismo yung magdi-disconnect. Parang napuputol yung discussion. Yeah, parang every meeting may ganun. Nawawala ng internet or mahina yung signal, walang load, hindi makaka-attend. Mga ganun. Technical problem.
Honestly, even before having the modular and the online learning, the gap of opportunities in our education system is already big. Like, there's a lot of hindrances in the education system. Does it make it worse? Yes, because it's not just about the adjustment. It's about the modular learning. Like, there are courses or there are subjects that you cannot take by just reading. For example, physics. How are you supposed to understand physics concepts just by looking at a paper? And okay, so this is how it works. Well, if you're very smart, then good for you. But we have to admit that not all of us have the same academic capabilities. Some of us have to see how it works, but not all of us have the luxury to perform the said activity or the science experiments at home. It's very hard to understand advanced chemistry concepts if you are at home just reading that, okay, so when you mix this, it will happen. You are very curious about, you want to learn, but then you don't have the access to the information that you need to. So, some of us were saying that, I just need to suck it up. But then I'm not the type of person to suck it up. I'm the type of person who really wanted more because I know that I deserve more. So do I think that those in the modular deserve more? Yes, they do. Looking at a module and thinking that maybe the students will learn. Well, maybe is not enough. Education is a right for every children. If they are not learning, then maybe we are not giving them the access to learning. So it is their right, and that is people in positions responsibility to give them that right.
Distance learning will have a negative impact on how people perceive school and how people perceive learning, because a lot of people are burning out and they don't see the point in this, and I feel like that might translate to the future. They might not see the point in face-to-face learning also, and then it diminishes people's capacity to develop in the time where development is most important and your brain is most conducive to development. So these people, myself included, we might not be at our 100%, or we might not be what we could have been if the pandemic had not happened, because we had this experience of not loving learning and just rotting away at home.